Hello everybody, welcome back. Our today's video is based on successive approximation type of digital voltmeter. Successive approximation type of digital voltmeter, it is a special type of potentiometric digital voltmeter. Here it is the block diagram of successive approximation type of digital voltmeter. This type of digital voltmeter is a special analog to digital conversion technique. That means in this digital voltmeter, the special analog to digital conversion technique is to be used. It is also called as, or this technique is also called as binary regression. Regression means return back, or we can also say come back or return. So here the capacitor C is connected at input of the comparator. As we know, the comparator can be used for the purpose of comparison. Here it compares input from digital to analog converter with unknown input voltage. This unknown input voltage means the voltage which is to be measured. After the comparison, the output of the comparator is either high signal or low signal. These two output goes to logic control and sequencer. This sequencer generate sequence of the code, that means 8, 4, 2, 1 like this. This sequence goes to digital to analog converter. Here it converted in analog form. See, it is a switch S. This position of the switch is controlled by logical signal obtained from the logical controller. This logical control is used to drive this clock. The clock signal is used to connect the switch as position 1 or position 2. Now let's start detailed working of successive approximation type of digital voltmeter. Here let's consider unknown input voltage is 3.21. It is just a considered value, and signal obtained from sequencer are 8, 4, 2 and 1. Initially, this logical controller and sequencer and digital to analog converter is reset. So first the sequencer generate first sequence is 8 volt. This sequence goes to digital to analog converter. Here it converted into the analog form. This generated analog signal, that is a 8 volt, goes to the capacitor through this switch. In this case, switch is at position 1, so that this analog signal of, that is 8 volt, goes to the capacitor, and capacitor is charged for 8 volt. Now this clock will change the position of the switch at position 2. Here the unknown input voltage, that is 3.21 volt, which also goes towards the capacitor. In this case we have two voltages. First is 8 volt, that is the voltage across the capacitor is 8 volt, and second is input voltage, that is 3.21. Here the comparator will compare these two voltages. Now in this case, here the two conditions is there. First, when input voltage is greater than or more than voltage across the capacitor, in that case current flow into the comparator. And second case is, if input voltage is less than voltage across the capacitor, in that case current flow in opposite direction. So these are the two conditions. In first condition, that is when input voltage is more than voltage across the capacitor, in that case comparator generate low signal. And when input voltage is less than voltage across the capacitor, in that case comparator generate high signal. Now let's come back to our previous case. Here the capacitor C was already charged for 8 volt and input voltage is 3.21 volt. Now the comparator will start comparing these two voltages, that is voltage across the capacitor means 8 volt and input voltage is 3.21 volt, and found that input voltage, that is 3.21 volt, is less than voltage across the capacitor, so that this comparator generate high output. This high output signal goes to logic control and sequencer. Because of this high signal, this logic control and sequencer will be reset and it generate next sequence, that is 4 volt. This 4 sequence code goes to digital to analog converter. Here it converted into analog form. Now the position of the switch at position 1, so that this analog signal, that is 4 volt, goes towards the capacitor and capacitor is charged for 4 volt. Next, clock signal will change the position of switch at 2, so that input voltage is 3.21 volt is also come towards the comparator. Again comparator have two input. First, voltage across the capacitor, that is 4 volt, and another input is 3.21 volt. Here it is found that 3.21 volt, that is input voltage, is less than voltage across the capacitor, so that comparator again generate high signal. This high signal will reset logic control and sequencer, so that next sequence will generate, and that sequence is 2 volt. It converted into analog form in converter, position of switch at 1, so that capacitor start charging for 2 voltage. Now the position of switch at 2, input voltage is 3.21 volt. Now again comparator have two input. First, voltage across the capacitor is 2 volt and input voltage is 3.21 volt. Now here the condition is changed. In this case, unknown input voltage, that is 3.21 volt, is greater than voltage across the capacitor, that is 2 volt. So that in this case this comparator will generate low signal. Because of this low signal, this logic control and sequencer will retain, that means it store previously generated code, that is 2. Okay, that means when the low signal generated from comparator, in that case this logic control and sequencer will retain or store previously generated code. Previously generated code was 2. Okay, and the next condition is, again this sequencer will generate next code. Next code, that is next sequence is 1. This sequence, next sequence code, that is a 1, is again converted into analog form by using digital to analog converter. It goes to the capacitor to switch as here this capacitor is charged for 1 volt. Okay, now the position of switch at 2, so that input voltage is comes to us the comparator, that is 3.21. Again, comparator have two input. First is voltage across the capacitor, that is 1 volt, and input voltage 3.21 volt. So it is found that input voltage is greater than voltage across the capacitor, so that this comparator will generate low signal. Because of this low signal, this logic control and sequencer will again retain previously generated sequence code, that is 1. Now we have two stored sequence code. First is 2 and second is 1. This addition of 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. That means the store value, that is 3, is very much close to input voltage. So friends, this comparison process is continue until the signal in the value stored in digital to analog converter become equals to input voltage. When these two value become equal, that means stored value and input value become equal, in that case the final value, that means the result, that is the voltage, will be sent to the display. So in such a way that this successive approximation type of digital voltmeter is used to measure unknown input voltage. Let's see advantages and disadvantages of successive approximation type of digital voltmeter. So first advantage is it is inexpensive method of analog to digital conversion. Second, the resolution up to 5 significant digits is to be obtained. Disadvantages are the speed of operation is limited. It depends on the type of switches used. The conversion time required for digital to analog converter. That is, the speed of the operation depends on type of the switches and conversion time required for digital to analog converter. Second is, the accuracy of the system is depends on accuracy of internal reference supply and accuracy of digital to analog converter. How accurately digital to analog converter can work. That means the accuracy of the system is depends on how accurately digital to analog conversion will be work. Third is, if the noise signal are present, then incorrect reading is to be obtained. So noise affect the result. We can say noise affect the result. So thank you everybody for watching this video.